James is having soup and sandwich. And I'm going to talk about the Rhythm Section, which got top of the stack rating. Marlowe and CSI, the 11th season, volume 2.
And top of the stack rating for me are a couple little dogs. One's called Opie. One's called Elvis.
Yes, I should have brought them some lamb from in the fridge, but I didn't know. I'll give it to them later. So you're taking your mask out of that spot? Because I'm sitting there.
Oh, okay. Sure. Hey, guys.
So, I didn't recognize Blake Lively here on the cover, because this is a very different look for her. And I'll tell you why this movie works. It's the people who did the casting and then designed this cover. I mean, you don't even see Jude Law for the first half an hour of the movie. He's not a big part of this movie, really. But they needed his name on the cover because Blake Lively here, you'll recognize her at first in the movie with the blonde hair that long, straight blonde hair you're used to seeing her in. But she's taken this new look, and which is sort of an androgynous look. Doesn't have really feminine facial features. She doesn't have
She's got a big jaw.
She doesn't have a really feminine body.
Oh my God.
So it's not unattractive. It's just not really feminine. And I actually found her really hot in this. I think this is the best she's ever looked because this works for her. This look works for her. When they try to make her look really femme with the straight blonde hair and stuff, honestly, it doesn't work. She doesn't look that femme. So, but this look works. So, and right now we're at a time in our society when androgynous, handsome women are that's a good look. That's being more embraced by our society. And Jude Law does not look like a pretty boy anymore. But remember when he was young, he was sort of androgynous looking. He looked very beautiful for a man. And so they really thought this through when they put Jude Law on the cover with Blake Lively, because you're not going to recognize her on the cover. I didn't. But this is the look she should go with. She looks far better with this dark hair cut short than any other look. And they have her wearing clothes that look quite... Honestly, she looks like she's cross-dressing. It's masculine sort of clothing, you know, a jacket with a blouse that's, you know, and slacks. Honestly, she looks like a
80s
handsome
woman.
18-year-old boy or something like that. Or, hi, chickadee. How's it going? How'd it went? Did you see it?
No.
Aww.
Sometimes when two
so
people look
there.
at them, they get a little
Yeah,
bit
they get a little nervous sometimes.
I should have known better.
Anyway, so it says here that this is from the producers of James Bond. So right away, you're looking at this and you're going, okay, well, it's going to be something like a spy movie or something like that, right? At least that's what you're hoping for, given that's on the cover. And now there's a lot of stuff in here that at one point Jude Law's training her to be like physically tough or whatever, hand-on-hand combat kind of thing. Like, and he says to her, work with your assets. That's not one of them, you know. Like, he says there's a lot of women out there that are just as good as men at that, but that's not you. And but she manages to pull some stuff off, and it's a very entertaining movie. Now, I think that it was good that she had a sort of romance with somebody, and then it was good how it worked out. because I don't think that this character can be somebody who is ever dominated for this to work. So she can't submit to anybody if this is going to work. And I hope to see dozens of movies starring Blake Lively in this role, because this is one that they can really sell right now. So it got top of the stack, even though I love Liam Neeson. And I mean, how this is a private detective sort of movie from 1939, set in 1939 or something like that. I think it said 1939. Anyway, way back. And I mean, I like mystery sort of things, and I like mystery things better than I like spy things. And I like Liam Neeson better than I like Blake Lively. But this works. This is so saleable right now. I hope they make lots of these movies. And yeah, Liam Neeson, I don't know that he's the best detective for this Marlowe role. I don't know. I like the movie, and I hope to see another, but it's just, it didn't work as well as this one. That's all. CSI, the 11th season, has Morpheus in it.
Oh, that's that show that I looked at when I peeked in.
Oh, is that what? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So anyway, there's some things like I have skipped here. James and I used to watch seasons 1 till 5 a lot, many times over. And then something, I don't know what happened, but we just got turned off of the series. We stopped watching it entirely.
Well, what happened is CSI Miami.
Oh yeah,
and
we hated that show
CSI New
so
York.
much. Yeah.
Which was the worst? I think the Miami one.
Miami was so
Absolutely.
bad. It was like, okay, so Catherine is my least favorite character in this show. She really works in the role. It's not that she doesn't. I'm glad that she's in this show. It's just I don't like her. I can't stand her. And
the personality
yeah,
she's playing.
it's so
And
bad.
I kind of get the impression it's not far away from her real personality, but that's a different
Yeah,
issue.
maybe so. But anyway, like I relate with Sarah Seidel, that character. And they are not at all alike. Catherine and Sarah Seidel, it's like, how can they even work together? It's got to be tough. But anyway, when they brought Miami out, it's like that guy was like her, was like Catherine. Only he's leading the crew. And I think that's really when they put Catherine in a leadership role in CSI, the Las Vegas one. Honestly, I think that's what turned me off.
Yeah, that didn't help.
It did not help. So, I mean, you already have Brass.
I love that guy.
Yes, he is
I work
so
with
awesome
cops,
in
and there's so many
a
cops
leadership
like him.
kind of role, right? But to have him and Catherine, it's too much. Too much. And honestly, so anyway, we missed a lot. And so here I am. I jumped
I'm
into
telling
season
you.
11.
Well,
Oh, okay. What?
I worked with cops who did CSI stuff.
Yeah.
I just was doing janitorial. And they were all wimps. They were like Grissom.
Yeah.
But they were like the one woman, where there were a couple, at least one. She was a wimp too. No way was she like Catherine. They were all wimps. They were the ones who couldn't make it on the street. Right? They'd get thumped around. And that's the stupid thing about CSI Miami. I think it was that way with New York too. These kind of folks, they work in the background. At CSI Miami, you had that little wimpy guy with no jaw and blonde
I
hair.
don't know if he was wimpy.
Well, he was pretending he wasn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, they'd come flying in last second.
Oh, he was
Sirens
so bad.
wailing,
Yeah,
you know.
I know.
They're
It
not
was
cops
terrible.
that way.
No.
You know, and even real cops. You know, I can remember there was one crew. I don't like them very well. They had a horrible, horrible staff sergeant. But I used to call the staff sergeant, not to his face, but Wonder Wedgie. It was just that tight. It was just like he had a permanent wedgie, and he was never going to let it go. And wow. But at any rate, they'd solved a serial killing.
Oh, wow. Good on
They,
them.
and the good thing is, from what they could tell, this person, they stopped him on the second murder.
Wow.
And they were proud of it. I can remember one of the guys, I would guess he might be like border, I'd say hypomanic or something like that. Not really whacked out or whatever. But I can remember him saying, this was I think it was another one. He said, another case. But it might have been this texture teasers thing. They had it. The serial killing, they have called it texture teasers. I think it was one of the murders that had taken place in a hairdressing place. And he said, you know, I got the call, and the lights down. No siren, of course. And I just eased in.
And well, we
Into the
see
back
that all the
alley.
time. I mean, my neighborhood is not the best neighborhood.
That's what real cops
And
do.
we see that all the time. They just
There's-
sneak in.
there's
They're
one
amazing. They
property-
drive so, it's awesome to see because they go by and you don't hear them.
No.
No.
You don't
they're
see 'em.
setting up, so they
Don't
set
hear 'em.
up from all different angles. You know, they come in
Yeah.
real quiet. It's amazing. But
They
anyway,
they get the alley, they get the front
Yeah.
taken care
yeah,
of.
they get it all.
Yeah, and,
There's no way for the people
walk
to
in there,
run away.
and you'll say, where did all those guys come from?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
they're awesome.
what would it be like? It'd be like crows, well, buzzards at a kill out in Africa. Well, we didn't have buzzards, we had vultures. But you know, they don't make a big fuss. They're just up there. You know, so get used to it. If you want to see something like some rhythm up kind of show,
Yeah, that was the bit worse than Miami one. Horatio Kane. He was he was always there. Like a bomb needs to be diffused or whatever.
There I come.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious. But anyway, so I jumped in on the 11th season. So now I've missed season 6 to 11, and this is the second volume in this.
that's 5 seasons. Wow.
And somehow Warwick disappeared. I don't know what happened
He was
to
the
him.
black guy, was he?
Yeah, he was, but
Probably
he had
still is.
beautiful, like, grayish blue eyes.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, they were awesome. So,
Things I missed. It's
yeah, I
amazing.
know.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he's gone. But Morpheus is here, which is cool. But
And he's replacing him.
well, I guess so. I guess that must have been what happened. But I didn't know.
Is he a big boss man? No. I kind of got. Whenever I see
I don't
Morpheus,
think
I
so.
think he's a big boss.
I know he should be the boss, right? That would have been better. But I don't think he is. I think he's like.
I think if they got him to replace Joe Biden, even some Republicans could vote for him. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, yeah. Yeah. Run Morpheus as a politician. He will get elected.
Run him for the president of the United States.
Why
Get
not?
rid of Biden and
Why not?
who's that idiot?
It might
Oh,
work
Trump, the guy with the
out. Everyone loves
terminal
Morpheus.
comb over.
So, I don't remember what his name is in this. Oh wait, it probably says on the back. Maybe Dr. Ray Langston? Yeah, that'd be
That
it,
could be.
because that's not a name I remember. So, anyway. I don't know. There were. It might have been that they didn't write that well for him in this or something. But honestly, there were a lot of times I wanted more than he was giving, and it didn't help that the serial killer that they were after in this was not believable. He was like the Joker off Batman or something like that. I don't know. He was just over the top. And anyway, whatever.
It's played by Heath Ledger, maybe? Did you see that Batman movie where
No,
Joker was played by Heath Ledger?
I'm not sure. Maybe I did, but
I don't know.
Anyway,
I've seen so many different Jokers now.
I'm not saying that the Joker's a bad character. He's awesome.
Oh, he's one of the best.
one. Yeah, he makes Batman really.
Well, there's some other weird ones there too, like
Yeah.
Penguin.
Well, he's
But
the best.
Joker's best.
Yeah, he's the best. So anyway, it's just not doesn't work for this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I needed a serial killer that was more believable. I mean, he was sadistic and stuff, which.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
wonder if there would be ones that just are putting people out of their misery. But I guess most serial killers would be sadistic.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would expect.
How long have you been watching this CSI this last little while? Couple of weeks?
I don't know, not that long.
Okay.
Oh, you mean with the seasons 1 to 5? That took
No,
me a
no.
while to get through. This one didn't take me that long. It's only volume 2, so.
Like,
it's
once you
3
started
discs.
watching the movie, were you watching 1 to 5 recently too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that took me a while to get through.
So you've been watching about a month maybe?
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, maybe.
Because my back was too sore to hike, and then all of a sudden James got sick. I'm hoping we'll get out hiking a little more before the season turns to.
I have a hard time keeping my belt.
I think we'll be able to do it.
We'll see. Anyway,
Optimistic about that.
I think I just noticed it kind of in the background because no, it was some stuff. No, it's because I had that stuff in the back of the car that I brought down from Saskatchewan.
Oh.
It was left over from my dad. He died last year. And so it took a year to get the property settled around and stuff like that. So I didn't get anything but books and a few photos. But at any rate.
Oh, well, that's great. Photos are the most important things. Yeah.
So these were books that I was thinking my mom got it, but I was going, no, wait. My dad used to like reading detective magazines a little bit. True murder magazines or whatever. I think it was his one guilty pleasure.
Well, that'll be good for you to go through and follow his reading footsteps.
Yeah, well, it was a big 750 plus page book on Robert Picton.
Oh, wow.
As it's called in the book, Willie Picton.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I've been thinking about CSI Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about how gruesome, the stuff in the book is, and then I'm going, I've seen way worse on CSI Miami. I've seen way worse on that one where, this isn't a spoiler alert, it's that guy who was on that morgue show.
Oh,
well,
what?
The show that was about the mortuary, and then he did another series where he played a serial killer, where he was going around killing bad people.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Well, that was pretty
gruesome
gruesome too, right?
It's the one where you love the opening sequence with him frying bacon and stuff because it's so gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I can't think of what it's called right now.
Yeah. Oh, it's the one that
I
kind
love
of
that show.
cured me of bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
Because when you're raised on something, you can still eat it, even though intellectually you might not like the idea. But things like that can carry a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's partly just a warning to folks. I'm going to be
reviewing some detective shows.
Well, no, just
or detective books.
No, it's just one. It's on
Oh, the
Robert
Picton
Picton.
one.
It's
Okay.
huge, monstrous thing.
Okay.
And there are revelations in it. I thought he was just feeding the women that he'd killed to the pigs. But he kept souvenirs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess they tend to, don't they?
Yeah, he should have been caught. So material.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yep.